edition of News Review brought to you by Wisdom Yard Television. I am Ojuayo Adelere. We want to thank all our viewers out there. We're always staying glued to WYTV to get the latest news, the latest updates. I want to appreciate our sponsor, Nokpa Herbals. Nokpa Herbals deals with Nokpa Herbal Mixture, Herbal Cool, Herbal Tonic, Herbal Bitters, Herbal Flushy Powder, Herbal Energy Powder. If you need any, you can send the email or call the number 0701010859. And you can as well bring in your advert. Let's make your product known to the whole wide world. And you can also be a sponsor for this show. But on today's show, I will not be the only one doing the talking. I'll be doing the talking with...
I'm Ambassador Rotimerilo. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are watching WYTV. Please make sure you keep on watching WYTV, and you can also help in sharing to your friends and neighbors.
Thank you so much for joining me today in the studio. And you know I will do it on this news review show. We talk on the news that made it to the top. We'll go on a short commercial break. Then we'll bring to you the ones that we feel we should discuss. But surprisingly, we will not be the only one talking. You can as well drop your own comments in the comment section. Let's know your view about whatever we discuss on the show today. So on Punch newspaper, we have federal government rolls out 1 trillion naira palliative massive construction projects. Tinubu approves 50,000 naira grants, 155 billion naira food package for households. Blackmail can't stop new presidential jet approval, Senate. Probe begins as ex-Conga CEO allegedly jumped to death in Lagos apartment. On Vanguard newspaper we have minimum wage. Let each state negotiate what it can pay governors. Alleged money laundering. Why I want EFCC to try me in Kogi, ex-Governor Bello. Sean, Imam at war over Hajj. And on Daily Post we have, you failed as senator, defend election riggers, Wike Slam Shehu Sani. There is need to sustain democracy in Nigeria, Abubakar. And PDP failed Rivers State, Fubara. These are the news that made it to the top today. Let's go on a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll continue from where we stop. Don't go nowhere, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
When life breaks into the beautiful splendor of nature, and the kids can't just resist the temptation to explore to its zenith with the full assurance that the perfect backup is on the way for a perfect refilling. Nokpa, we always come to the rescue anytime, anywhere, any day, anyway, anyhow, round the clock. The family just can't get a better companion aside Nokpa. Nokpa Herbal Mixture, the family's best bet.
With Nokpa, healthy living is guaranteed for me and my family.
Nokpa for management of power.
Yeah, welcome back from last short commercial break. That is our sponsor, Nokpa Herbals. So without wasting much of our time, the first news I have here is kind of funny because each day they keep on bringing out new development. Yesterday it was said that Senate has not approved money for the presidential private jet. But now
new problem. The way you brought out your new eye shade. That's Nigerian for you.
But now the Senate is coming out to say blackmail can't stop new presidential jet approval, says the Senate.
Agbabio can say whatever he likes. When I saw the news, I laughed and I say, okay, this man is actually what people are calling him.
Rubber stamp
president, Senate president. You know, he said something that really baffled me, that what he said is for the president to propose.
Yeah,
their own is
to approve.
To approve that whatever the president brought to their table is what they are going.
That means even if the president brings it today that Nigeria is being sold
out, automatically they are going to approve. Then you could know the kind of athletes people that we voted for that are governing the affairs of this country. I believe in the next election, Nigeria will be wise. I believe Nigeria should have been wise by now. Come what it may take. Next election, I believe Nigeria will be wise and to choose their best choice of candidate.
My question is, they are there as the Senate, as the House of Representatives, to speak on
behalf of the
poor
masses.
Now, the president cannot mandate it on your shoulder. Now, if 80% of those in the House of Senate are saying, no, we are not approving this, does that mean they are going to remove all the 80% of people?
You know, anybody that ever stands against their motion will be fired back.
That is just the person.
That's the person.
There's a saying that says, united we stand, divided we fall.
But now,
you can break a broomstick, but you cannot break a whole broom.
There was a senator recently that spoke on padding of the budget. What happened to the senator? They said the senator has to be suspended.
Because it was one person that spoke.
Yes,
what I'm saying right now is, if 80% of those in the House of Senate says, President, we are not approving this presidential jet, 20% is just minority.
Minority, exactly.
80% is the majority, and I feel. And at the end of the day, we are. If you
they all believe they were working in favor of the president. They don't want the president of the country to see them as an antagonist.
If you leave the post, you are still coming back. There was an House of Representative member that went to his hometown to share food packages. What happened to him?
He was beaten.
What's the essence of coming, leaving a post, and not be free to work in your hometown, your jurisdiction? The senior president, Godswill Akpabio, said on Thursday that the presidency had not approved the National Assembly with a new request for a new presidential jet. He, however, said should such a request be made, the Senate would approve it, irregardless of whatever.
The present economy of this country, with the hardship in the service of the country,
is there hardship in Nigeria?
Where they're still debating on the new minimum wage, that nothing has been done. You are bringing out the proposal of a presidential jet for the president. Is it not? In fact, I pity the future of this country.
Is there hardship in the country?
You're asking me.
I don't want to believe there is that, because if there is hardship, these people will not come out to say they want to.
Yes, to them there is no hardship in the country, so because their salary is regular and their salary is above what the other man, what a common man will take out there.
Akpabio said the National Assembly would not succumb to any kind of blackmail from social media. According to him, there are claims making the rounds that the Senate had approved the purchase of new presidential jet for President Bola Tinubu when there was no such request before the lawmakers. Speaking at the Red Chamber on Thursday, Akpabio said, "We care about the president and we care about the Nigerian people. We will approve things that will benefit the Nigerian people." Is the presidential jet going to benefit us?
No, it's going to benefit the whole Nigeria. You know, he's the president and he's the #1 citizen of the country.
The thing that they are saying, I don't see it as something genuine, something reasonable.
It's not going to benefit the poor. It's going to benefit them.
They are saying they don't want what happened to the Malawian's vice president and the Iran president happened to Nigeria.
American presidential jets. Do you know how long?
34 years.
Almost 34
China
years.
China is 24 years.
They have been using that jet.
Ours is just 19 years. Fine.
How many of the jets do we have in Nigeria?
9.
Almost 9 of them.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu met 9 in the house. Now it's one day, they said it is 40. They want to sell 3 and use it to get down. But now I don't even think anybody
can they sell every of the presidential
and just buy 2
off?
That is if you need 2.
I believe if they sold all the bread, if they sold the 9 presidential jet, I believe the money would be able to buy 2 of the presidential.
When the presidential aviation site is not a tourist center for somebody to go and say this was used during the regime of Babangida.
I don't know what is wrong with this country. In fact, this country is falling. Each day that passes by, you see the country derailing from his master plan.
My question is, what happened to the Malawian president, that is the vice president that died, and the Iran president? Did they say their plane had fault, or did they say their plane was faulty? What I heard about the Malawian president, vice president, was that the plane went missing. Not that it was faulty.
Yeah, they will tell you it was faulty. That was the reason why it went missing.
You can't tell me it went missing because it was faulty. That cannot be a reasonable
I probably knew there is no how that the president will bring the proposal of buying the new presidential jet, that their own budget will not be added into it. That is the reason why they had to go to the extent. Now, I believe Nigeria will now see the reason why Saraki was being persecuted.
But now, we can't even hear anything about the person you spoke just now. The man has gone into hiding, waiting to come out again and come to give us another bombshell.
Saraki will be laughing wherever he is now. That then they believe.
Is it Saraki alone that will be laughing? Even Dino Milai will be laughing. We have lots of them that will be laughing right now because when that man came out and he said Emiloko, we know different kind of songs that came out. We know different kind of, but people were saying because he is not from their, he was not from their party. That is why they are antagonizing it. But now we use the word this Yoruba day that says your child cannot have a big, robust, attractive bombs, and you put a bead in another person's. So now we already use it for our own child, and we know how we are feeling.
Now, yes.
So that's why I want to tell everyone out there that when it comes to election politics and all this, we should stop being tribalistic. One problem we have in Nigeria, sir, if you would agree with me, we have religion problem, tribalism problem.
Do you think it can ever happen in the history of Nigeria where we have the Christian ticket?
Then they should please remove this thing from the anthem.
We are having the Muslim ticket now.
Christian ticket cannot happen
Christian
because
is not saying anything about it. But let's have Christian ticket.
The
before you get to know what happened, they will say no.
The Hausas will come out. So that's I just feel the new anthem that they did, what they are just supposed to remove is from our coat of arms. Peace, unity, and love, or what is that? They should just, if we know we cannot be united in oneness,
let everybody go on his own. Let everybody, if you know we cannot unite and make the country work the way things are, let everybody go on his own. Biafra are fighting that they should go. There's an agitating
Yoruba
nation. So let everybody goes on his own. We control our resources, but based on the greediness of the leaders and the so-called people that they believe it is an enrollment that okay, after President Muhammadu,
it is my turn.
After President Tinubu, it's my turn. After that person's turn is another person's turn because they know how to rotate it within themselves.
Maybe come 2027. I know if I come out and say Miloko, you would actually vote for me. Because you trust me, you know what I can do.
Yes, I know. Let's have the woman.
Still on Nigeria problem, now we're on minimum wage. And the president said, I am not paying minimum wage. I want to pay living wage. But now it is minimum wage. It says, let each state negotiate what it can pay, says the governors.
The governors may come out to say whatever they like. I believe the decision or the decision lies in the hand of the president. The president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, we are calling on you, so you won't allow this issue to begin to escalate before you get to know now, because people are hungry. An angry man, man is an angry man.
Do you know stylishly, like joke, like play, they are trying to curb this strike of NLC. Since the last time they embarked on the strike.
On the strike, yes.
And NLC said, come next week Tuesday, the federal government did not say anything. We are going on the strike
because they know what they are doing. In fact, I have never seen, since this government came into power, I have never seen any good thing coming out of it. You might come out to antagonize me because I believe the government, the government should be the government of the people that must always listen to the yearning of the people. Though all the requests of the people cannot be granted at once, I believe little by little you should be able to take both steps that the masses that voted you into power will be able to say we have put the right man on the seat.
Do you know what the Kenyans are requesting for right now?
They said the president should...
48 hours.
They gave him 48 hours.
Yesterday was 24 hours. Today is the second 24 hours.
Despite the fact that there was a reversal on this decision.
The deed has been done. 22 youths died. All on the sake of new tax order. And you still want, instead, after 22 people died,
you still want to remain, you still want to remain in power.
There is no, I just feel Nigeria can do better because they are gradually, we never knew when the agitation for ESAs began.
Yes, it just
we just woke up October 20,
it was just like a play.
And everything just started and boom, everything escalated. So these Kenyan people too, they've been probably nursing it within themselves, and want together. And the problem about we people in this world is once the elders can actually say they want to do something and go against it. But I noticed something about the youth. You know, there's a saying that says the beginning of their youth is in their strength.
Look at the Senate chamber then. When they said this youth came out to stage a protest, when they got to the Senate entrance.
Yeah.
They denied them of entering into that place. They had to put down the gate.
That's Kenya.
Yeah,
in Nigeria.
So when they now get to the senators came out, I was so surprised looking at those fools believing they are ruling the affairs of this country, not knowing that they are ruining the affairs of the country, coming out to tell them that they should give them just 1 week.
I think the mistake they made then was, I think being 3 of them, I'm sorry, they've been stoned or they've been
stoned to the
beaten
point
or
of death.
anything. I think the rest would have withdrawn, sat down, and think about it. These people are truly, indeed, they are angry. Governors from the southern part of Nigeria under the aegis of the Southern Governors Forum yesterday called for the consideration of the ability of each state to pay the new minimum wage. Their call came as the Nigerian Governor Forum NGF said Wednesday night that it will continue to engage stakeholders to reach a mutually agreeable solution to the new minimum wage crisis. Although President Bola Tinubu was in an unusual manner present at the National Economic and SONEC meeting, often chaired by Vice President Kashim Shettima.
Sweetheart. I can't afford to be late for this meeting.
Gave me the same excuse every day.
I always tell you the truth every. You know I will never disappoint you.
Everyone needs a hero, like Nokpa.
After Nokpa,
It is always Napa.
Nokpa for management of power.
Yeah, welcome back from Bashir Commercial Break. Like we were saying, I said, when it comes to a meeting like this, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is not always present. Today he can be in South Africa, tomorrow Togo.
When the economy of the country shut down, they came out to speak.
Yeah. When he dobale for democracy, he came out to speak. But when it comes to what is actually important in Nigeria,
make better life for the people, for the citizens of Nigeria,
our president is always absent.
He's not in the country.
Keep it up. The Lord is your strength. Now, the last but not the least, PDP failed Rivers State, says Fubara.
Well, if Fubara is coming out to say PDP failed Rivers State, he's also a member of PDP.
But he's not hiding the truth.
He's not hiding the truth. I believe he's referring to his
successor.
His successor,
yeah.
That's
his predecessor, rather.
Predecessor.
Yes, Wike.
Yes, on Wike, who gave him the power and the opportunity to be on that seat. And most of the PDP statesmen and elders are not coming out to call Wike to order, except Edwin Clark, that has been coming out to speak the truth, telling Wike and the president of the country to intervene into that matter, that Wike should put his eye on the FCT rather than coming to poke nose to the affairs of Rivers State.
Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara has claimed that the People's Democratic Party, PDP, has failed the state. Fubara said this while receiving a delegation from the Senate Committee on Privatization and Commercialization, led by Senator Orji Uzor on Thursday. The governor was reportedly disappointed at the party's silence on the crisis between him and the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike. Said the state would from any on now stand on its own soil and defend its democracy. He said that Rivers was currently relying on a mass movement based on truth and consistency instead of party politics. Fubara said in our state today, we are no longer doing party, we are doing a movement. So you don't blame me if I don't go to the side of the party too much. The party has failed us here. So what we are doing here is to stand with our two legs on the soil of Rivers State so that we can defend our democracy, says Fubara.
No, he's speaking nothing but the truth. But I believe he's a man of action. Maybe, recently was when he just chewed on his feet.
Yeah.
Before when he got into power, immediately got into power, he was just like an errand boy.
It was like a rat that he wanted to lure into the
errand boy to his boss. But now that his eyes are open to see his fault and to see how he's going to move the state forward, rather than listening to side attraction or attending to some issue that will distract him. So thank God that has a lot to do.
Thank you for coming out, not even trying to cover up the fault of your party, because you are a PDP member and you are coming out to actually tell the people that PDP has actually injured this state far beyond what you can actually imagine. And don't, because of what PDP has done and you're in PDP, and not do what is right. I love the fact that he came out to speak nothing but the truth. All right, we've come to the end of News Review today. Do not forget to follow us on all our social media platforms, on our Facebook, on our YouTube, on our X accounts, on our Instagram, on our TikTok, even on our WhatsApp community on 0701010859. I remember my humble self, Ojuayo Adele. Thank you, Ambassador Rilu Arutimi, for joining. And thanks to Snokpa About, who is our sponsor. Until we come again on your screen on Monday, thank God it's Friday. Be good and be fine. Bye for now.